Hi, welcome back to this section regarding user management in Salesforce. Next off, we'll be discussing role hierarchy within an organization in Salesforce.com. Role hierarchies can play a vital role in how data can be accessed and reported within an organization. Roles are basically assigned to users and dictate their level, position, or role in an organization. Role hierarchies, meanwhile, organizes all these roles within the Salesforce implementation of an organization and who can see what records within the organization. For our example, we would want sales directors to be able to see records created by salespersons. In turn, we'd want the CEO to see data visible to all sales directors. In order to do this, we can create 5 roles. First, we have the CEO role, which is already created for us. Sales Director for North America, Sales Director for International Sales, North America Sales, and International Sales. So to start off, let's just go to the role hierarchies page by going to the Setup menu. So in Salesforce, let's just go to Manage Users, and then click on Roles. On the splash screen, we can see a basic layout of how roles typically work in an organization. So let's just skip that and click on Setup Roles. From this screen, we are able to see the existing hierarchy for our organization. We can see that we got CEO already created for us. This is created automatically for all organizations and acts as the parent node for the role hierarchy. So next off, we'll be creating the Sales Director roles. So under CEO, let's just click on Add Role to create our Sales Director North America role. First off, let's just enter the label. Let's enter Sales Director North America. Let's just retain the role name automatically generated by Salesforce. And then let's leave the role reports to CEO as is. So for the role name as displayed in reports, just write Sales Director NA and save. So let's just go back to the role hierarchy screen to see our changes. As you can see, we have already added the Sales Director North America role to the new role hierarchy that is already existing on our organization. So to create the other roles that we are supposed to create, we just need to repeat the steps above in order to complete our role hierarchy. So let's just click on Add Role for the CEO and enter Sales Director International on the label. And hit on Save. As you can see, we have already created that role. So let's just go back to our roles. Click on Roles. As you can see, we already have a Sales Director International. Let's just add the sub-roles under Sales Director International. So we already have created an international sales role previously, but it was under the SVP Sales and Marketing role. So let's just click on the International Sales and click Edit besides it. And let's just reassign that by clicking on the Lookup button and click on Sales Director International and save it. So if we expand Sales Director International, we could see that the International Sales role is now under Sales Director International. So let's just create the other Sales North America role under Sales Director North America. So let's just enter NA Sales, hit on Save. So that's it, we just created our new role, NA Sales. So let's just go back to our role hierarchy, clicking on the CEO tab, by just going back to roles. So after creating our new roles and setting up our new revised role hierarchy, we can now start assigning users to roles. So on the converse, we could also assign roles upon creation of a user, or we can edit the existing user and assign a role, but additionally, we can also use the Assign button next to the role. So let's just click on International Sales and hit Assign. So on this page, we can search for whatever users we want to assign the new role to. So let's just search all users. So now we have a couple of users that are not part of the role International Sales. So let's just hit on Edward Murphy and Mark Johnson and add it to the new sales role. So let's just click on Save to finalize our changes. So for the other roles, we can just repeat the process and click Assign next to that role, and we can assign roles in mass. So we have just created our roles. We have set up our hierarchy within the organization and assigned the users to our roles. So please take note that our example is a territory-based role hierarchy example, and that role hierarchy in Salesforce is open to other models and can be either as flexible or as rigid. Of course, all depending on the requirements of the organization. So in the next video, we'll be discussing permission sets and how we can use them to extend our current user privileges to specific users separate from profiles and roles.